I'll have a closer look at KastKing's Kestrel BFS reel with full carbon body, and I will compare this new Kestrel to older KastKing Kestrel Elite BFS that I used for over a year and abused and caught lots and lots of fish on it. So yeah, let's have a closer look at this reel first, and before going any further I will quickly show you the packaging. See, very nicely padded, and also padded on this kind of top section. So yeah, very premium packaging. So let's go back onto the reel now. So the reel is very small, just as original was, and my understanding really is that, you know, this reel had magnesium body, which, you know, is great body, very sturdy, very light, but also the material itself is quite expensive, and as a result the reel was quite expensive. But now they decided, you know, to introduce this carbon one with the same body, almost identical, and there are small differences, but not huge ones for sure. But you know, since people like this shape, they just kind of upgraded it a little bit and, you know, released a cheaper carbon version. But again, I mean, when it comes to general feeling, this original, you know, like with metal body, was sturdy, like super sturdy, and this one, you know, is just as sturdy. I can't, you know, flex it at all. So yeah, and obviously carbon will be not only cheaper, but also, you know, when fishing, let's say in winter and when it's cold, to hold, you know, a metal reel in the palm, it's not, you know, that pleasant. Plastic and, you know, in this case carbon composite reel will be way better, just way better. You know, you will feel way comfortable holding, you know, something that is not metal. So yeah, now let's have a closer look at all the moving parts. So you will notice, like when it comes to the knobs, they went with different knobs. I really like these ones, but those ones are kind of like Daiwa or Shimano, but just slightly kind of slimmer that way. They are still kind of rubberized, so very, very comfy, you know. So yeah, those are the knobs, and let's inspect if there is any slop, you know, when it comes to movement on the knobs. So just inspect that gap. It's quite good actually, quite good, definitely better than average. Spins very well as well. I believe there are a pair of bearings. Okay, over one. This is actually better, slightly better, so fantastic. Good job here. Now let's have a look how, you know, gears are put together. So I will crank up the drag and, you know, we'll grab onto the spool, and let's look for that rotational wobble, you know. So no, it's solid here. I can't feel anything. So solid here. And now in and out movement, you know, most bait casters will have a little bit of in and out. So just observe this gap. Actually solid here as well. So gears are put together very, very well. I am impressed. So another moving part, so it will be spool releaser knob or lever, call it as you like. So let's have a look here. Solid in this position. I mean, it's not budging at all, and you will notice there is like a little rubber kind of inlet, if you will. So it feels really nice. So in this position, again, solid. So yeah, kind of main moving parts are put together very well. I am impressed. Now the line roller or guide, good shape. I mean, quite narrow and kind of egg shape from this side, if you can see it, and from this side, you know, it's just huge. That thing is just huge. So line lay should be okay, and casting should be okay as well. So now let's quickly talk about, you know, clicking parts that are also moving parts. So drag star have the same shape as far as I can tell as original one, and clicks are very kind of nice, really nice clicks. Now it has a drag clicker that is improvement. I mean, the kind of first big improvement compared to this one. Have a listen, you know. So I will shut up and I will give a couple of spins on this one and then on this one, and you will see the difference. So now new Kestrel carbon one. Now old Kestrel. So on this one, drag click is way better. It's louder, way louder, and it just feels better. But again, it might be to do with the fact, you know, that I caught lots and lots of fish on this reel already, and big fish that took quite a bit of line. So maybe, you know, kind of drag worn out, if you will, or drag like a worn out. But I can't remember it being very loud like when I reviewed this reel. But again, yeah, just no way of comparing, you know, 1-to-1 because I used this one in this case. So yeah, first good improvement. Now let's have a look at spool tension knob. Nice clicks here. Does it work? Yep. Now what I really like, you know, this side plate and how this in the dial is implemented similar way as I liked, you know, on original one, but in here they actually improved. You see in here it had kind of 2 holes, so you still were able to kind of look at the wrong hole to figure out which setting you are on. Now just 1 hole, and you know, you can see clearly where you are, which number, by looking just through that hole, you know. Good job. And you know, it's impossible to change it by accident, you know. It's very well done here. And yeah, very loud clicks, similar as on original. And also what I noticed, you know, like if I would go to minimum brakes on both reels, right, I would say that new one has its brakes tweaked a little bit, because it's just like on minimum, this one spins just like for, I don't know, not even 2 seconds, you know. So very, very strong brakes on this original one. Again, I had no problems when it comes to casting like 2 grams and, you know, up. If I wanted to go less than 2 grams, I needed to go like very, very, you know, light on the rod. But on this one, kind of it spins a little bit longer, like maybe 2.5 seconds or something like that. Oh, actually, I need to delete that now. So it's like maybe 2.5 seconds. So, you know, like, I don't know, 25% increase or something. But again, I remember this is a brand new reel. This has been used quite a bit, so it might be the same, but and how it stops as well is different. You see, this one just goes, and then it kind of slows down bit by bit. This one just kind of goes and then stop. So let's hope, you know, that this is the case and they tweaked the brakes a little bit. And yeah, I believe we covered everything. Oh, one difference also that I forgot to mention so far is the handle itself. On original one it was carbon, kind of chunky, very chunky carbon handle, and on this one is kind of slim profile aluminum handle. So yeah, okay, now let's have a quick peek at the brakes. And so this one has, again, KastKing's Flyout type brakes, so similar, you know, as let's say Shimano. So there is a group of magnets, if you can see, or 2 groups of magnets, if, and they would come out on the cast, or they should come out. I hope, you know, you see how they are moving out a little bit. You should be able to see camera. And also what is different compared to original, Kestrel, you will see there is like a metal plate here on this newer one. I'm not too certain if it will have anything to do with the braking system. Most likely it will, but also what it will do, it will go kind of, spool will go between this new plate and this plastic, so meaning, you know, that for the line to go under the spool, it will be very, very difficult. So yeah, I like this approach. I seen it on other reels, and definitely it's helping, you know, when it comes to, especially when you get like a big bird's nest with fine braided line, you know. Sometimes on some reels line would go, you know, under here, and especially if this metal plate is not present. So yeah, I like this a lot. And this original one, as you can see, does not have it, but kind of brakes and side plates are identical. I want to, you know, go and change or try to interchange them. Can't see any point in that. If you have both reels, you are free to do so if you will see the point in that. So yeah, now let's have a look at the spools. I just will make sure, you know, that I'm not mixing up them spools, because I believe they are the same size, just slightly differently kind of engraved, if you will. Looks almost identical. So let's take weights of these spools now, just to see if there is a difference as well, you know. Okay, that's a new, hope you can see my scales, my screen. That's the new Kestrel 5.38. Exactly. I mean, 1/10, well, 1/100th of a gram, if you will. So yeah, the same actually. Yeah, it's just like, you know, scale itself would, you know, would not be able to register weights any, you know, better, even though they are exactly the same. So cool. Spools are the same, and as I said, original KastKing Kestrel was a good caster, but if you wanted to cast smaller than 2 grams, you needed like very, very light rod, you know, like up to 3 grams casting rating, you know, like from 0 grams or something like that. So like Queen Teton, you know, TT C510S, for example, then you could cast less. But with this new, since the spool is the same, braking system looks like, you know, it being improved a little bit, so it should be a little bit better. I'm getting 126 on this new one, 1265. Yeah, so okay, I think this is a good position to take a weight of it. Just, you know, here we go. Yeah, so just slightly lighter. Interestingly, I did not, you know, I remember, you know, that this original Kestrel was so light, I was thinking this one will be way lighter, but still, I mean, it's good to see, you know, kind of cheaper reel that is as sturdy, is just 1 gram lighter. Very solid reel. Moving parts are, you know, very well assembled, like no, you know, slop at all. Definitely better than average, and yeah, just tiny little reel, as you can see. I mean, I can hide this reel in my paws almost. And yeah, I mean, I fished with this original quite a bit, as I mentioned, and you know, just a nice reel to fish with. It casts well, it's small, you know, and really great. But now cheaper option, also with a carbon, you know, body and side plates as well are carbon. At least they are advertising it with, you know, or it will be great to fish in colder weather, 100%. And now when it comes to, you know, power transmission and how it feels, you know, when you turn the handle, so power transmission is very good. I mean, I can turn the handle or get the reel turning just with my one finger, as you can see. So it's all good here. And when, you know, when you turn it, just very, very easy. Very, very easy. And now when it comes to the smoothness, again, this one after years usage, let's assume, that gears are the same after years usage and, abuse, if you will, it still feels good, even though I haven't served this one yet. So most likely the gears will be the same, but like new, this one feels slightly, lighter when it comes to startup energy, and slightly smoother as well. So, but this one is still very smooth, but this one, since it's new, it feels a little bit smoother. So yeah, all in all, impressive stuff, and it's good, that companies like KastKing, they do give, options. You want, like fancy frame, fancy, magnesium frame, you have the option for it. You want, or you like the frame, but you don't want to spend extra, you can get a cheaper carbon option, which is great. And yeah, I guess I covered everything, and there will be two really places where you'll be able to get this reel at. One will be official KastKing's website, and also I have a special coupon code that you can use for this reel, and it will be even cheaper. And the second place will be AliExpress. Check it out, and obviously, as always, don't trust only this review or my review when it comes to this reels review. Read reviews from other anglers, and yeah, if you will decide that it's something you want, go for it. Pretty certain you won't be disappointed. But that's it. Thanks for watching, and over and out.